boy, where you been? It's TeeJay, the artist. You rock with me. You are the smartest, and we back with another video, man. Listen, we're back with part 3. 1 Steph Curry fan versus 10 Steph Curry haters. He is holding his own. The last video, part 2, one of those guys did get him. He got him with one of them. It was the defining player of the 2010s, as you see at the top. He got him with that one. But we finna get into part 3 and the finale of this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Let's get into it. Could you turn me up in the headphones a little bit?
All right, ready? Steph Curry is a top 5.
Steph Curry is a top 5 player of all time. Okay. I ain't gonna hold you, boy. This is gonna be a hard fought battle, because now you're talking about all time. 3 spots are already taken. 3 spots are already taken. That's Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. No particular order when I said that, by the way. But 3 spots are already taken. That means you got 2 more spots, and you trying to say Steph Curry is in the top 5? Magic, Bird, Shaq, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell. There's a lot of people that's still on this list, bro. It's gonna be a tough one, I ain't gonna lie.
Everybody got it.
Also, LeBron James's last question was, is he the GOAT, basically? Steph Curry's is he a top 5 player? Hey, there's a gap.
First off, I noticed you have some water over there. Would you mind if I just sip?
What?
I haven't had any water yet. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm gonna need this for what about to go down.
Oh, he has great intros right now.
Thank you.
2 for 2 with you.
Okay. Growing up my whole life, we hear about this guy, Reggie Miller. The amazing 3-point record in the NBA. Okay, that's fine. Ray Allen eventually surpasses it, and then this little man named Stephen Curry comes into the league and beats it. And honestly, I was almost convinced he was the best player of all time. I was almost convinced he was a top 5 player of all time. And since then, a guy named James Harden's beat it. A guy named Damian Lillard's going to beat Ray Allen. A guy named Klay Thompson's going to beat Ray Allen. And guess who's going to beat it? Who we don't even think is a 3-point specialist? LeBron James. So let me start by that. I'll give you my top 5 because that's fair. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, and I'm going to put Magic Johnson. I don't even know if Steph gets in my top 10. Respectfully. Respectfully. And my final thought on the whole thing is almost every single guy I named, I'm not going to say Kobe Bryant's part of that, they were immediately the best player in the league. That was the thing about Michael Jordan. That was the thing about about LeBron James. They came in and people were like, oh shit, this is the guy. This is the new guy. And Steph took 5 years of ankle injuries and, a couple good players helped him out, but I'd like to send it to you now, respectfully.
This is going to be a tough argument, my boy.
Clearly, taking time to get into your prime isn't a disqualifier to put somebody in your top 5 since you have Kobe there. So we could throw that out the window. But what about Kobe? What about Kobe over Steph do you think actually makes it?
Oh, so you trying to say Steph is in over Kobe Bryant?
That goes back to mentality that we were talking about earlier. He's a straight-up killer.
So not specific production or accolades or just mentality, just how you think he thinks.
If we're talking about GOAT, debate here.
I'm talking about top 5 debate.
Top 5. I would say at the end of his career, there's probably some things that Kobe's going to have better stats on. Probably some stuff Steph's going to have better stats on. Probably even more with Steph. But he was a winner in a way that's actually won more championships than him thus far.
One more.
And Kobe.
3-peat and a back-to-back. Yeah, that happened. Kobe did that. Now, I will say this. Kobe's back-to-back might be more impressive than the 3-peat because, Shaq was with the 3-peat. But that back-to-back, it was just him, Paul Gasol, cooking. That was crazy.
He embodied.
But yeah, Kobe's better than Steph. Now we're having a Kobe versus Steph Curry debate.
Tough basketball. He started a mentality on his own. Steph started a trend that, we could also debate Jimmer Fredette might have started too. Don't want to bring that up.
Lord.
I mean, people were shooting.
Jimmer Fredette is a crazy pull. I'm not going to lie. That's a crazy pull.
Threes because of him too, and I'm not saying he's the best of all time. Come on, man.
Jimmer Fredette is a crazy pull.
But no, I mean, I think it's a valid debate to say that you should be the best immediately.
Listen, one, respect to Jimmer and the Shanghai Sharks. I love them, right? But with Steph Curry is if your entire argument is just based off of mentality and like who has that dog, that is imagination. That's Disney shit, right? That's what that is. And when you actually look,
you said something about imagination in your first argument in my part 1, but in this beginning of this video, but whatever.
At production, rings, championships, impact on the league, impact on their own team, Steph has done it for a long amount of time and has all the accolades that anybody.
Let's say there's an argument for Steph to be a top 5 player. This phrase says Steph Curry is a top 5 player of all time. My 5, I'm pretty sure a lot of people's 5 don't have Steph in it. Argument for that 5th spot, but
anybody could ever want in a top 5 player.
What up, big man?
What's up?
You good?
Yeah.
All right.
here go
Top 5?
Here go Coffee Man.
Not even top 10. We didn't even mention Larry Bird, man. 3 MVPs in a row, 30, 10, and 10 for 3 seasons.
That's your guy, right?
That's my guy.
Of course.
But I'm my guy. I'm my own favorite player. But anyway, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Will Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jokic, Wemby will be better. All these guys could do more with less. Steph Curry benefited from the system that I keep telling you about. Clay cleaned up everything for him. Dre cleaned up everything for them. He averaged 20 points a game before Steve Kerr got there, bro.
Steph allowed everybody to eat, and that is if when you talk about people's superpowers, obviously
Steph Curry not top 5. I just thought about Hakeem Olajuwon. I just thought about Tim Duncan. Sorry. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You was cooking in the beginning of this interview, this little game that y'all got going on. But towards this
Steph Curry's
end,
3-point shot is that Steph Curry's ability to
You
make
getting
life
cooked, my boy.
easier for everybody else is exactly why he is a top 5 player of all time. Draymond Green, if he goes to any other team, do you think people would let a 6'7" dude play power forward sometimes, play point guard sometimes, be as free and as wild as he is? No, he's able to do that because Steph Curry is there.
that's a fact.
Klay Thompson gets to run around, and all Klay Thompson has to do is just look at the basket and shoot. He gets to be the best catch and shoot player of all time because Steph Curry is taking all the attention. Steph Curry
That's a fact.
makes everything easier for everybody on his team and honestly in the league. The way that you play basketball now, there's so much space. Anybody can drive to the basket. People can get off threes. The entire league has benefited more from Steph Curry and his presence than a lot of other players throughout NBA history.
Steph Curry's not even the point guard of the team. Draymond is.
He went straight back to that.
Even listen,
This is about top 5 player. It doesn't say top 5 point guard. Come on, man.
you keep getting caught up.
He's the one making everybody better.
You keep. Is the point guard the only position to make anybody
But
better?
you're talking about making everybody around you better. That defines a point guard.
Is the point guard the only position who can make other people better?
He's the floor general.
Is the point
Of
guard?
course not.
Okay, so then.
But Jokic is more of a point guard than Steph Curry.
Okay, so then what is the point of Steph Curry is not a point guard? What does that have to do with anything?
Did all
His
those players
impact-
I name, are they better than Steph?
No, they are not.
Who? Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Larry Bird, Will Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jokic? Jokic is not better?
No, he's not.
How about the other 5?
No, Wilt is not
He
better.
averaged 50, bro.
Running up and down against plumbers, yes.
He led the league in assists.
Running up and
Did
down.
Steph ever do that?
Running up and down against plumbers. I'm not gonna talk about Wilt Chamberlain, who is a.
Wilt led the league in assists more times than Steph did. This is crazy. I'm done.
You can walk on.
Allegedly. True? Allegedly.
Exactly.
Allegedly. We're now opening it up to one more because we can't end on Tatum. We can't. Wait, what?
Did he switch jerseys?
Oh my God. We can't end on
D Brown?
you, so we have one more.
Or is that Jalen Brown? Is Jalen Brown number 7 now? I'm talking about D Brown.
Got the Glazer.
There will be some nonsense.
Before I start,
End on Tatum. We can't. Wait, what?
No.
Oh my God. We can't end on you, so we have one more, and then that's officially it.
Got the Glazer.
There will be some nonsense.
before I start, my jersey and your jersey has the same amount of Finals MVPs. All right, let's.
Oh, that's Jalen
begin.
Brown.
So I want to know, what exactly are you using to put Steph Curry in your top 5?
Do you want to talk about impact? Do you want to talk about actual play? Do you want to talk about accolades? Do you want to talk about championships?
Pick one.
What do you want to talk
Accolades. Because that's the one he loses.
Where's the hole in the resume? He has MVPs, a unanimous MVP. He has championships, 4 of them. He has a final MVP.
Mm-hmm.
He has a scoring title. He has all of that.
I'm gonna give you my top 5. Jordan,
Go for it.
LeBron, Kareem, Celtics fan, so Bill Russell. You know, if you want to swap him out for Larry, that's fine. And Magic.
Yeah,
all those guys.
Respect the Bill. Respect.
Exactly.
You know
All
what I'm
those guys have the accolades over Steph. They all have the MVPs. They all have the championships. They all have the Finals MVPs, championships, MVPs. They all beat him in all of these numbers. So to me, it doesn't make sense because you're giving it for him. I would say his best argument is impact. That's what Steph gives. But when it comes to accolades, he's not even close to those guys.
Well, he has more rings than Larry Bird. He had again the impact. He has more rings than Larry Bird. He doesn't
have more rings than the other 5.
Okay, so we can just talk about Larry. He has more. He has. You know what I'm saying. He has longevity at least over Magic and Larry Bird.
Magic quit playing basketball and has more rings than Steph. His career was shorter.
It's not.
He has more rings, more Finals MVPs, and regular MVPs than Steph in a shorter career.
It's not. Listen,
you can't even argue it.
What about Larry? What about Larry? And the championship.
Bill Russell.
Next.
What about Larry?
He switched. All right, so he's a Celtic fan or whatever, but he switched. He switched Bill Russell and Larry Bird. He was like, if you don't want to give me Bill Russell, I'll switch in Larry Bird. But he actually had you right there. I told you this was gonna be a tough one.
Bill Russell.
I don't even like that guy, but this is a tough
This is
one.
our final.
Boston fans, send somebody else next time.
Yeah, this is our final debater. Hold on, judges. What can Sabrina do to take home the victory once and for all?
Genuinely, there are, as great as Steph is, there are real ceilings and limitations to what he can do. I haven't seen that fully tapped into yet. I've seen hints about it, talking about Kobe, LeBron carry a team, but there's real reasons why guys like him, have a ceiling to his where we free him.
Personally, I'd rather you just be funny, but you can do what he did too.
Somebody mentioned Tim Duncan, for the love of God.
I was going to.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
I was going to. Yes, Steph Curry is obviously one of the greatest players, but he's not one of the top 5 greatest players. And this is not to take anything away from Steph. It's just hard when you're competing with so many GOATs. So let's go down the list, and you can let me know where to stop. Michael Jordan, number 1 all time.
We got that.
LeBron James,
We got that.
he could be number 2, number 1, whichever way you want to put it. Number 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 6 MVPs, 6 championships. Do you want to debate Steph versus Kareem? Or do you want to keep going?
No, we can keep going.
All right. After that, I would say number 4 all time, Tim Duncan. He's got 5 championships, 6 finals appearances, which is more championships than Steph. 3 finals MVPs, which proves he was the best player in the most important series, the NBA Finals, 3 times, which Steph could only do once. And the defensive impact that Tim Duncan had is one of the greatest that we have ever seen. Steph Curry, as great as an offensive player that he is, was only able to really impact one side of the court. There's 2 sides of the court in the basketball game, and you have to be a great two-way player in order to crack that top 5. So I would put Tim Duncan number 4, and then number 5, Hakeem Olajuwon, the all-time leader in blocks, the all-time leader amongst centers and steals. Also has 2 finals MVPs, and he did it against Patrick Ewing and Shaquille O'Neal, which were great centers that he was able to play better than and be the best player in the finals, where Steph only did it once. So I'll let you go.
It's gonna be tough. I told you this one gonna be tough. Yeah, bruh. I ain't gonna lie. They got you.
Steph Curry has been able to show all the accolades and all the traits that you would want out of a top 5 player. Like you said, he's been able to lead a team by himself to a championship. Steph Curry has shown the selfishness to allow somebody else to come in and be a part of his championship culture that he built. He's been able to get a title post KD, pre KD, all of that. We've seen Steph's offensive impact. And while, again, he probably isn't the greatest defensive player, you can be so great offensively that everything on the court tilts. And that is the exact way that Steph Curry's impact has hit not only the league, but college basketball, AAU basketball. You go to the park and see how people play. That's because of Steph Curry. And so, obviously, his impact is a major, major factor in this. But when you look at accolades, he only has 1 less ring than Tim Duncan. And just like Tim, there are finals that Tim had where he wasn't the best player. again, it's kind of.
But three of them he was.
One or two like Jordan and LeBron. There's gonna be series where you may not be the best player, and Steph Curry has risen to the standard set by people on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever. Anybody in the top 10, Steph Curry has met that standard and has honestly surpassed a lot of them, especially when you talk about longevity. Like, you know, the fact that he's been able to do it for so long, and it's longevity, but also his peak. And the fact that he had to start so late because of his ankle injuries, and he was able to be so successful in a small amount of time, 4 championships in 8 years, where it took Tim Duncan 20 years to get 5 championships. To be the best and to be that dominant, something has to.
It was less than 20 years for him to get 5 championships. Don't do that, because you can stop wherever he got his 5th one. You can stop it right there. Let's not act like he played 24 years. Like, come on, man. You just said, he got 4 and 8 years. But it took Tim Duncan 20 years to get 5. Did he get a championship in his 20th year? Come on, man.
To be Steph,
you're not going to do that to me.
For that, and Steph Curry has shown dominance in everything on the basketball court.
I know that you're saying you could be so great at offense that defense doesn't matter, but when it comes down to it, in the NBA Finals, you need to be good at defense in order to win the championship. In 2016, Steph Curry was guarded Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie Irving was able to hit that shot after Steph switched onto him. But you look at Hakeem Olajuwon in the NBA Finals, he was switched on to John Starks, a speedy guard, and John Starks did the same thing, took a 3-point shot, and Hakeem blocked it, and the Rockets were able to win the championship.
And shout out to Hakeem, but also Michael Jordan wasn't in the league. You know what I'm saying? So that was a different NBA.
Yes, he was. He lost to the Orlando Magic. Let's not do this.
Than what we're talking about. Meanwhile, Steph Curry is winning championships.
Oh, here, you know what? Watch this, y'all. When Steph Curry won his championships, Jordan also wasn't in the
and arguably the most talented.
They don't give a damn about that, bro.
Seen.
But did Steph Curry beat LeBron James when he had a fully healthy team? Or did LeBron James have injuries?
He did twice.
When KD joined and then they had a super team.
But he did it.
Those finals were not fair. When you have Steph and KD on the same team versus LeBron, I don't think that's fair.
Whose fault is that?
All right. So whose fault is that Jordan wasn't in the league when Hakeem Olajuwon? See how that stuff work? You could just say whatever you want.
That's it, fellas.
But anyway,
who do you think was the best of the haters? Who was the most convincing?
Green shirt.
Probably the one that drank his water. That
Him. No, he's not. He wasn't good.
That was a good moment.
Well,
going back to what I said, not gonna lie, Unc, Coach, I'm ready to run for your 13-13 team. 13-13.
He wasn't good. He was the best one.
Nah, we got to go with New York Liberty, Ellie the Elephant, for sure.
All right, any last comments before you deliberate?
No, I think I'm ready to get in the lab and really come out
All
with the outcome.
Judges, going to give you some time. Not much at all.
Yeah.
Deliberate, talk about who you think won, then we will reveal our votes. I don't know. I don't think you win anything if you win, but
Steph Curry fan did his thing up until the end. Like that question of top 5 and then defining the 2010s, those were 2 tough questions to try to debate on. But those 2 questions, let's say he took the L on those, but I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it was 4 other ones. It's 4-2, so he wins.
Very dramatic way. Long preamble. Reveal your vote.
The fan.
Oh, why? Why
you guys are haters.
Oh wait. They didn't do this for the LeBron one. Now y'all got to redo the LeBron one and vote.
Oh, my bad. Okay, my bad. Why? Tell us why.
Because I love Steph Curry. That's my guy. That's my guy.
That's one rigged vote so far.
I will say, Donovan, you held your own. Congratulations.
Let's go.
So that's it.
Fans won.
Definitively. I guess we can see whatever.
Well, let's see if it's unanimous. Like my good brother Steph Curry.
Did the haters come with facts? No. Did the haters come with logic? Definitively no. But they came with passion.
Yep.
That's true.
They came with entertainment. And they came with simply wanting it more than you did. They talk about Mamba mentality. That's what they came with. I'm going with the fucking haters. Yeah. We got representation on other side.
You guys definitely should have switched seats.
That's why unanimous is so hard, because there's always a pity vote. You know what I'm saying? There's always one.
All right, there you have it. 1 fan versus 10 haters. Steph Curry wins this round. Let us know who you want to see next.
Y'all gotta run the LeBron fan one back and give him some voters. Y'all gotta run that back. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Been a good one. Peace.